Wow, it's right there. I didn't think he'd show up. Hello again, Scruffy. So you're not running away this time. So I saw Scruffy out an hour ago in the front. And he ran away. Wouldn't talk to me. No meows. So I have a flea pill tonight. So the weather's changing, and he's been grooming himself a lot like that, so I think I wanted to wait a little longer, but yeah, he's grooming a lot, and it looks like we're going to get a week of cooler temperatures, so it's probably a good time to try it. So I'm surprised he's right at the door here. So I thought he was going to avoid me. I was actually worried he wasn't going to show up since he ran away from me an hour ago. I thought we'd have a repeat of a few days ago. Okay, well, I need you to eat your dinner because it has the flea pill, so let's... Oh wow, you're coming in again, huh? Yeah, I didn't even wait. You really like that bin, don't you? There's nothing in there. It's a recycling bin. But, use that one for bottles, but I haven't had bottles in a really long time. So my dad, he was drinking a lot of bottled stuff. So we give him lots of different things to drink to try to get him to eat. Taking calories. So we bought him a lot of juices, a lot of those Ensure, those nutrition drinks, and a lot of I don't know what else. Oh, yeah, neighbor bought us a whole bunch of teas, like bottled teas. I think they're like I guess iced tea. Okay, well, I want to bring out your food, okay? You can hiss at me in my own house. Yeah. I don't want you hissing at me. Yeah. Okay, well, I'm gonna bring out your food. So you're gonna you're gonna walk in when I walk out? Is that the deal here? Okay, so what if I go out? Hey, you followed me, huh? Okay, get your water. Oops. Spilled the water. Sorry. Just spilled the water. It's just water. Okay, I'm gonna change your old water. It's about a little over half full. So I'm not drinking a whole lot. I probably don't need to fill it up as much as I've been. That's why I keep spilling it. Okay. So I'm gonna sit down in the spilled water. So my pants are gonna be all wet now. But that's okay. With the pets, huh? So I was coming back from my run. So I went for a late run today. And that's when I saw Scruffy. So when I was coming back home after my run, he was sitting on the sidewalk in front of my neighbor's house. my next door neighbor. He has used that spot many times in the past. I haven't seen him there in a while, but like a year ago, I'd see him there a lot more often. He likes to sit in the sidewalk between the neighbor's lawn and some bushes on the other side of the sidewalk. I don't know. I originally had a theory that maybe there was a rodent colony or something inside the bush, because he'd be looking into the bush, just sitting there, because the bush is higher than him. So when he's facing the bush, he's nothing to see except the bush. So I was thinking maybe there's a rodent colony or something. Today he wasn't looking at that bush, so he was just sitting on the sidewalk. So anyway, as I was coming back, I saw him, and I said hi, and he was already running away. He did not like me there. I think he recognized my voice when I started talking to him, but so instead of a really, really fast runaway, he just kind of quickly walked away instead of a mad dash. And then he ran back towards my house, and then he ran into my front yard garden. So eventually, as I'm coming back home, I'm walking in front of my yard on the sidewalk, and I can see him hiding in the garden, and so I start talking to him more. And he seemed not happy to see me. He wasn't quite as terrified looking as a few days ago when I saw him in the backyard when I had to come out and water. Though when I came out, I wasn't watering yet. I was just slowly coming outside. So he had no real reason to be afraid of me. I didn't have any tools or machinery, or wasn't holding the hose yet. It's just coming outside. So if you've been following, a few days ago when I came outside, he was terrified and avoided me and spying on me as I watered the garden. And then I finally went in, and I thought, he would be back for dinner in a half hour, waiting for me, and he never showed up that night. So I kept an eye out for him, and he never showed up for his dinner. And so I figured, he probably got something to eat and didn't want to see me. So he probably accidentally caught a mouse or a bird or something while he was hiding from me in the garden. And so, don't need me. So completely abandoned me that night. And then the next day, he's marching into the house. So it goes a day without eating, and then he's all needy. Or at least a day without eating for me. I think he ate something. So, but it tells me, he's mostly food motivated still, so he's not, I don't think, that interested in me. He's just going through the routines because he wants his food, going through the motions. He knows this is the routine if he wants his food. But wow, he's really into that neck rub today. So he might be really hungry. So anyway, since he was out in the front, I didn't know if we were going to get a repeat of the other day, so I wasn't sure if he was going to show up. I was hesitant to put the flea pill into the food tonight, but tonight's the last of the meaty pate, and I found that mixing in the pill is easier at the pates than the hearty cuts. So tomorrow we're going to do party cuts. Probably the smelly fish, I think. I think that's next. But I like to alternate between the pates and the hearty cuts. So maybe another few more days before we get back to the pate. And so since the weather is nice, I thought, or the weather's changing to cool, I thought this might be the best chance for everything to come together, and maybe we can get him some flea relief. Okay, let's get your food. I want you to eat your pill. Yep. So I have a pill crusher. It's one I used for my dad. So I crushed up that pill pretty good and mixed it into the pate and kibble. It's a pretty small pill, so I was actually a little worried since he doesn't always eat he doesn't lick the bowl clean. There's always smears of pate on the bottom. It's kind of conscious of trying not to mix the pill into the smears at the bottom. So he eats it all. Okay. So yeah, the weather is strangely cool. So it's almost as if we had something called fall here. But nah, it can't be fall. We don't get falls here. So I don't know what it is. But yeah, the temperature was on the cool side today. It was actually pretty nice. We actually got clouds today too, so the sun was blocked for a lot of the day. So again, it's not like any season that we normally get here. It's not winter, because it's still a lot warmer than winter. Definitely not summer. So yeah, there's this thing called spring and there's this thing called fall, but yeah, we don't seem to actually get those. So I'm not sure what's going on here. But I checked the forecast and it looks like it's going to continue to be like this for I think the next 5 days. So just try to enjoy it while I can. So I've been trying to plan when a good time to give him this flea pill is. So the last 2 I gave him didn't work very well, and I think what happened was I think it worked for the first day or 2, and then the fleas just jumped back right on it, jumped right on him again and reinfested him. And so I think maybe if the seasons change or the weather changes, maybe the fleas won't be quite as aggressive with the breeding. So I'm hoping maybe the cooler weather will make them a little less aggressive about breeding and reinfesting them. Or maybe he'll just change his pattern and hang out in areas with less fleas. Because with the weather changing, maybe he'll change where he goes. And maybe the places he's been going this summer are really flea infested. So like, for instance, today, this is the first time I've seen him out in the front in a while. because I actually saw him, I think this morning, sleeping on the deck. He was, I wouldn't say sunbathing, but he was out where the sun would have been if the clouds weren't there. So I thought he'd just stay here in the yard all day, but he decided to leave this late afternoon. Hang out in the front, and I was surprised, he was doing it so close to dinner. Because I was just coming back and just gonna get dinner in a half hour to hour. Actually, well, maybe an hour and a half. So I'm actually about half hour early to dinner tonight. So I shifted my run up a little bit earlier today. So I actually got a lot done today. So I finally got that most pressing thing I had to do done. So I'm actually feeling a little bit of stress relief now that that's done. At least for the moment. I gotta wait for. So I submitted a bunch of paperwork, so I'm waiting now, I guess, for response. But hopefully everything will work out. So the next thing I gotta do is handle my internet, since my internet provider is canceling my service, terminating my service. So I gotta find a new internet provider, and I have less than a month to do that now. So started doing more research on that, and one thing I discovered is I'm probably gonna have to buy my own modem, because if I don't, they rent me one for an additional monthly charge, which is a ripoff. And so I need to probably buy my own, which would be in the long run a lot cheaper, because I know I'm going to need this most likely for the long run. Even a year, I think even a year contract, I think it still works out better, where I don't think these modems are that expensive. So even with a year contract, I still come out better buying my own. But the hard part is I got to find one that's quote unquote proved to work with their service. So there are really two different issues. What will it work with the service? And then two, is it approved by their service to work with their service? So they're actually two subtly different things. So a lot of times you can buy something that completely works, and it's actually probably cheaper. But because they don't approve it, if you have any technical issues, the first thing they will do is blame your equipment. Usually, it's never your equipment that's the problem. It's always a real problem, and it's always with their service. At least with me, I'm actually very technically inclined. I know how this stuff works, and I know what the heck I'm talking about. So just to avoid the massive time waste, because if you use equipment that they don't approve of, they make they basically stall and waste a whole bunch of time, and meanwhile your service isn't working, and so you're going out without internet for many sometimes days or even weeks until they fix it. And that's a really untenable situation. So I'm inclined to try to figure out if there are approved ones are reasonably priced, and if so, I'll just if they're a little more expensive, I'll pay it, because it's not worth it. You have to deal with the customer support. So anyway, that's my next task. I gotta keep a bunch of homework on this, and then I gotta figure out how fast I can get the thing, and then I gotta kind of coordinate it with contacting the company to inquire about signing up, and I'm hoping that they can get me signed up and working in less than a month. It shouldn't be unreasonable, but they have a monopoly, so I actually might be screwed. So it might take over a month at this point. So he didn't really clean his bowl. So I'm gonna. He's taking off. Okay, well, I'm gonna take the ball out. See if he can clean the bowl anymore. Okay, so I took the balls out. See if he comes back. If not, I'm just going to go in. There's a little bit of a smear in the corners. Okay, he's coming back. Because, I want him to eat that pill. Wow, I hear him knocking the plate back and forth. I can actually feel the vibration too. I think it's the golf ball rocking. I think the plate's rocking as he eats, and then the golf ball is resonating even more with the plate rocking, so it's making a banging noise, and I can actually feel the vibration through my chair. And yeah, so the flea pill I think takes about 20 minutes or so to start kicking in, so I probably don't want to stick around for second pets, otherwise the fleas are going to start jumping on me. So I'm still not very good at cleaning this plate. I still see a couple smears in there. Okay, so now I think we're done. Yeah, he's not sticking around. Well, he's parking himself, but out of sight. Well, it doesn't matter. I'm going in. So thanks for watching, folks, and I'll see you next time. Bye.